Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Nolu and this is my segment called My Thoughts and Opinions. Today I would love to talk about the tiger. I would love to talk about the roaming tiger that is busy having its time of its life in Johannesburg. If it is caught already, sorry for my misinformation, but I can't talk about the tiger. I want to talk about the latest delay that is going on when it comes to our matric results, which supposedly by now they would have been released, but apparently there has been some irregularities that are found in the current results, or rather let me say in the question papers or the answered, whatever it is. But just understand that right now we are sitting at a point where our class of 2022 has not received their results. You might be wondering, so what's the big deal about this? For the first time in my adult life, I have encountered this in South Africa. And in my language, we say, umgangatho uyesihla, meaning how can I put it? The standard keeps lowering down by day. But then I wouldn't say the standard is lowering down. I would say that the standard is on zero. You might think I'm exaggerating. Maybe let me not exaggerate, but rather that's where the standard is right now in terms of how things are managed in this country. As you know, yesterday I was actually all sad and morose about the whole load shedding thing, the blackouts. Today I'm coming with another problem. This is how things are when you are led by a communist party, aka thugs, aka whatever you can put in there. But my point is, things they keep going down, and the master in this, it's always the ANC. Whenever they're about to break something completely, they start gradually. And as people, we sometimes are caught napping, because I remember before the matric results, usually they'll be released before in December, and then it went further to be just on the 6th of, not the 5th, the 7th of January. But all in all, before the new year, or rather let me say, yeah, it was before the new year, and also before the schools open. Tomorrow in the Western Capes, the schools are opening. Last week in Gauteng and all other inland areas, schools are open. So therefore that means for the first time, our class of 2022 will be without, or rather let me say, they will be in the dark in terms of whether they've passed, even though the rest of the schools are actually open. That's how bad this is currently, and I just thought I would share my thoughts on it, as if I've already shared my thoughts, that we are truly going to a place that is not good for us as a country, a place that is not good for us as the people. And it's sad to watch, because we are a country that is full of potential. Great things happen here, and great inventions are actually invented in this country. We are a country that gave birth to the likes of your Elon Musk. Can you imagine the guy who's in charge of Twitter right now? The guy who's in charge of Tesla was born here. So it tells us a lot that this country truly is filled with so many possibilities. I think that was once a slogan of something somewhere. Nevertheless, but right now we have so many problems. Yes, there are great things that are happening, but I just think the country right now is yearning for people who can lead it into a decent direction, and a direction that will not be for a particular race in the country, but rather for every one of us, because we are all living here, and the resources, the time we spend to be doing life here, we all deserve to be united, and also to rip from the fruit of our labor, and that's the kind of country which I believe Nelson Mandela wanted to actually was fighting for, and he won that fight so much that he led this country to that. He was an exceptional leader. That much I can give it to him. As much as I do not like his political party, but he was an exceptional leader who was the best person for the time. But right now we have people who are more loyal to the political party, which is of course the ANC, than rather being loyal to serve the people of this country. And because of that, that is why we find ourselves in this pit. We, on the, what's the date today? On the 17th, we still do not know where our children stand when it comes to their results, which means that it will also delay the varsities, all of the processes that normally by now children who need to go and look for schools, everything, it would be in the process right now. But no, parents would know how much money do they need to spare for their children. You might think, no, but that is late. Yeah, it is late, but at the same time, we are still living in South Africa. Some parents might be able to raise up money in January to take their children to school. I don't see anything wrong with that, as long as the child is still going to school or will be going to school. For me, I think that is a great thing. Nevertheless, we are in that mess, and Malusi just said that they will release the results. The last time I checked was on the 23rd, but they're just giving a thumbs up and saying yes, they are still promising the 23rd, but before the 23rd it was on the 15th, if not the 19th of this month. Yeah, but whatever day that is, they will come. They're working on them to be as legit as possible. As you know, they will apologize, life will continue, but most importantly, things are going in a place where we do not want to end up in, and that is a place where everything is collapsing or has collapsed. I just hope that as people of this country, we will take heed to this and we will do better. Like I said yesterday, private sector is making a lot of money out of this. Private sector being that those who are providing education in the private sector, they are gaining a lot of money, because they are more efficient. And like I said yesterday, at least when it comes to education, we've got options. If our education system is really just falling apart, then therefore we can take our children to best schools that are provided by the private sector. That is something which I am grateful for. I know people will argue and say that is why actually private schools, they tend to be expensive. But by the way, not all private schools are expensive. There are ones that you find in the rural areas that are quite in the most affordable price, yet who are offering good quality education. So not all private schools are expensive. They are expensive if you are somebody who's used to not paying nothing, who's given school uniforms, stationery, everything that you can think about, then it would definitely be expensive for you. And that is what the ANC has managed to achieve over the years, to make sure that primary and high school is free. They're also given food. They're also given uniform and stationery. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I believe that before, parents knew that I don't care how much is it, you had to pay your child's school fees, whether it was 50 Rand, whether it was 100 Rand, but still. And that gave parents dignity to know that, you know what, as a parent, I've got a responsibility to take care of my child and to pay for my child's school fees. Right now, we're living in a time where that is something of the past, that is why you find that it's also another door to perpetuate poverty. Anything that you get loosely or cheaply, you do not really value. And because of that, that's why you find that our education system is really not of good standard. And that is why then you find we have a generation of learners who can read, who don't know maths and all of that. So yeah, we are led by a party that is not, or leaders who are not visionaries, and who don't necessarily care about the next generation, because if they did, they wouldn't loot the way they do. If they did, they wouldn't allow us to be in the dark, thanks to your ESCOM. If they did, they wouldn't allow such things to happen, where you find that there's this great delay when it comes to our national matric results, and that's just the sad reality. But however, no all hope is lost. We are still here, and we are still hoping that things will change. We are known to be one of the most resilient people in this country, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that we do not feel everything that we're going through. We do, and it weighs down on us, but we keep pushing on because it's important. We love this country, we want to see it work, and it will work. That being said, may you have an awesome day further, and let's just keep this conversation going. Like, subscribe, disagree. Catch you in the next one.